Welcome to Average Dude's Slow Pitch.
All right, let's see where our short porch mint milkshake is starting at compression-wise. We're starting nice and high, about 280, maybe even slightly higher, but either way, let's get out to the fields, get our 52s, USSSA balls, and then final crush file thoughts. All right, starting with 52s here with the mint milkshake. Again, that's that 13-inch balance model here from Short Porch.
97 miles per hour.
Not a bad feel there with the 52s. Nice stiff feel.
92 miles per hour.
That was close to the sweet spot, but that one looks like it's pretty good carry. Yeah, up and over. So, like we said, you get near that sweet spot, it's definitely carrying well off this.
94 miles per hour.
Yeah, so with what feels to be a stiffer barrel here, which I think we kind of come used to a little bit with Short Porch, plus started higher at like that 280 mark compression-wise, if I'm not mistaken. You get a good feel with the 52s. You can tell it's impacting them and obviously kind of compressing them to get that velo you're looking for. Not bad carry there. So far, it feels like a pretty good option for 52s. We'll see here as we get a few more swings between everybody, but not a bad option obviously for 52s here.
101 miles per
Yep,
hour.
there's that sweet spot right there, right as we talked about it.
101 miles per hour.
Yeah, so when you get the sweet spot with it, balls come off really well. When you miss, a little less forgiving than we'd like as far as we're seeing like the drop off speed wise, but again, placement's gonna matter more. This one is a 27 bounce, feels pretty darn true, easy to control. And again, you still get the feedback that you want. Just, I think because we need to open it up more and it's not really gonna happen, I think, till we go to the Pro-Ms, the forgiving is a little bit lacking here at times.
91 miles per hour.
I felt like sweet spot, but I guess it must have been a little high because obviously didn't come off quite right.
99 miles per hour.
Yeah, I think that'll wrap it up for the 52s. Again, like we said, good sweet spot. Not overly large just yet. A little less forgiving than you'd like, but it would work just fine if you're somebody who needs something for, let's say, like a 52s type league, and then you need to swap over to Pro-Ms. But now we'll go ahead and swap over to what you really want to see there, which is the Pro-Ms. All right, Pro-Ms here with the mint milkshake.
104 miles per hour.
Well, that's a nice shot there, just on a line.
Fucking barrel.
84 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour.
Yeah, so that was one compared to the last swing. They felt similar off the barrel, but obviously less carry on that one. Not much difference in the launch angle, but I think it goes back to that because it started high compression. Just get some swings on it, let this thing open up. But so far, a good feel. The feedback, I mean, we're only a handful of swings in with the Pro-Ms. A little misleading after that one, and we'll see how that changes with more swings.
80 miles per hour. 102 miles per hour.
Okay. I said this bounce is very easy to control though. It feels like a true bounce to me.
89 miles per hour. 102 miles per hour.
Yep, that makes sense. That was a no kidding sweet spot. You get the feel. Again, when you catch the sweet spot, you know when you catch it.
94 miles per hour.
There we go.
100 miles per hour.
Look at that knuckle action.
What happened there?
78 miles per hour. 81 miles per hour.
All right, that's a decent one to end on for me. Milkshake Short Porch, 13-inch barrel, balanced. For me, I don't like it as stiff. I like a little bit more flex. It had a lot of vibration on the hands, outside of the sweet spot, and I guess that's to be expected. But like I said, take some time to get to know your tools, and be all right.
105 miles per hour.
Yep, there's our sweet spot there. And we're starting to get some pretty good webbing, so hoping that's our sign this barrel's opening up.
80 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour.
Yeah, and we'll call it there. I mean, again, so mint milkshake, 13-inch balance. We'll go back to the garage, throw on tester, see where it's at, get an idea of how well we drop the compression, getting about 120-ish, 130 swings on it total. Like I said, we got webbing, stuff like that. Good sweet spot. Again, we'd like to see the forgiveness open up more, but again, if we still have a higher compression, explains, I think, a little bit as to that fact it needs to open more, but nice stiff handle if you're a fan of that. Swings true to balance, which I know some people complain about with certain models, not swinging like an actual balance. I don't think you have to worry about that here with this one, but overall, good option. Get back to the garage, talk about more in the final thoughts. All right, let's see where the balanced mint milkshake is testing at now that we're swings complete. And still nice and high, like 280, 290. So either way, makes sense. Definitely need some more swings to open up. We'll talk about more in the final thoughts. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the Short Porch Mint Milkshake 13-inch balance model. And honestly, not a whole lot of new things to say on this one compared to the last couple short porches that we've swung, especially in kind of that the milkshake realm. You get the stiff handle, stiff barrel, which for us lets this thing perform really well at 52s. Not the most forgiving, we've talked about that, but I do think, and I've noticed this with like the hot chicken when you got lower compression, some of the, I think it was the original wig popper U-Triple-Say we swung, you get a lot of swings on it, open the barrel up, that forgiveness obviously grows, so you don't have to worry about quite as stiff of a feel on the higher and lower parts of the barrel. But either way, with the 52s, it'll perform well regardless. And then with the Pro-Ms, it's got a good sweet spot. Again, a little bit of limited for forgiveness, but as you saw there, the compression still sitting over 275. So this is one that you can BP a whole bunch, really break it in. We are getting some webs already, which you can kind of see pretty easily in the mint portion of this bat, but obviously doesn't affect the compression piece there. So something you can definitely put a lot of BP swings on. And as it gets hotter, I think these are going to be models that you're really going to like swinging, because as the balls get a little bit mushier in that heat, these higher compression barrels are going to perform a lot better, typically with those balls as well. For somebody who's really been looking for kind of that stiffer feel as well handle, this is one that offers that real stiff handle along with, or stiffer feeling, I should say, handle, along with a stiff barrel, so you don't have to worry about any of that additional flex if you're somebody that doesn't like that as well. And then with this one being a 27 balance, I'm not a huge balance fan, but this feels pretty darn true to me. Even more so, possibly like a mid-load to quarter ounce end load, but super easy to control. Definitely go with the weight that you normally swing. I do think these are still in stock at Short Porch. If you want to grab one from there, discount code DUDE, D-U-D-E, or headbangersports.com, discount code ADS. Either way, that should get you a 10% discount at either site. Headbangers, I know it comes with free shipping. Not sure what they do over there at Short Porch, but definitely a good model for somebody looking, like I said, for that balance model, something you can BP a whole bunch, since that's not really what most bats are allowing you to do these days. So definitely a good option for that. Or even if you're just looking for a bat that you can BP a whole bunch while you game your current gamers, and then let this thing get nice and hot, and maybe it makes your way into your bag, however you decide for that to work out for you. But if you want to see how this compares to everything else we've currently got out there this year that we've swung, averagedudeslowpitch.com. This is on the rankings now as you're seeing this video. And then if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. There's a contact form there, or down in the description of the video, we got the link tree, which has a bunch of discount codes, stuff like that for you, as well as a contacts portion. You can text us, email us, whatever works best for you. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully helped you decide if maybe you want to grab this, different Short Porch model, different brand, whatever it might be. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more content.